brake shoes, they fell off. Welcome to the episode, folks. Welcome. I suppose you would concur with us. We're doing it tough. We're going to come into winter soon, and winter's a good 6 weeks long. So at the moment, we've got the hoodies on. It's 18 degrees. So you feel for us doing it tough down under here. And in this episode, you'll watch us start to get things running on the carport. The reason why we're putting the carport in, we're just complying with the council because we're making alterations to the property. So that's in a nutshell that. You'll see a couple of guests come in and help us, and we have a good time. Also, you will see us start to work on this bad boy. I want to get this to a one-kick wonder. Just one kick and off we go. Nothing worse than kicking it 50 times, eh, folks? Just a few more dollars. Got a working bee here, and we're going to put a shade sail cloth up 5.4 metres squared in side length distances, and we've got to determine where the holes go. So what we've done, my brother Johnny is going to help me and hopefully do most of the work.
Is it gold in here?
So we're looking for a piece of, because this is gold land. So we put these ratchet straps on there, and we've done a pre-stretch on our shade sail cloth here, a coolaroo. What we've done is measured from this point. Yeah, mate. There's a bit of bee. There's a bee who wants a, from here to here, so it's pre-tensioned, and we've found that our happy medium, it's 5.4, but our happy stretch medium is 5.55.
That's 5.6 there actually, but
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, I see the difference. So our happy medium is 5.55, and we put the retro straps on it, and then we stretch it out and we plonk it on our posts, big posts. So another one's going to go here on a slight angle up here, and it's going to cover this. Hard to believe it's going to come this far.
That's the theory.
No, that's rain. That's rain. That's what's forecast. See there? That's what forecast. Here's Trish. Where'd you come from? You're welcome. You park wherever you want.
I'll take this.
Yeah, in here. That's it. How did you know? Hey, nice car. Geez, you must be rich.
That's a Mazda 3.
Oh, yeah.
If we could measure that would be great.
Just hook it on the corner.
Okay. And that'll give us a
Even on the knuckle, if that slips off.
5.2.
Oh, jeez. Maybe the 5
I'll
foot.
get a better grip here.
You get it together, all right?
We're doing some sums here. We're digging holes out there for the carport, and we've got 4 holes we've got to dig. But we've got to put the posts on a lean, so we've got to know the distances between all the holes. So I've come up with a formula, the sine, cosine, tan formula, and we're actually going to use the tan formula because we've got to work out the difference up here on the lean of the post from there to there, so we can calculate and bring these holes in the correct amount to cater for the sail. The sail sits in here, it's predetermined, but we've got to know with our post height of 2.4 and the error I've worked out using this formula is 210 mil offset each post, which makes 420 mil from there to there. So overall 5 meters is our figure between the holes, and that should work.
Update of the 4 holes for the carport shade sail. We've dug this one about 600 deep. We'd like to go down to a metre. They give it a big scenario of 1.2, but I think that's for sandy soil. So we go down a metre, 400 wide. 4 of them, the other 3 are at 400 mil down. So tomorrow morning we're giving a bit more of a notch out. We made our calculations for 5 degrees, and we'll source some poles from Marketplace. Jeez, hiccupy. I like to hiccup in the morning. Like to hiccup wherever I go. Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. Pick up, away we go. I like to hiccup in the morning. Like to hiccup wherever I go. Hiccup, hiccup, pick up, away we go. Yeah. We had a bit of rain overnight and we had a go at these holes for the carport, the shade sail. 90mm poles at 3.5 meters long. The holes will be pitched at 5 degrees. 5 degrees back that way, 5 degrees. And so this is the carport. Now I don't know if we're putting any aggregate down here. We're just complying with what we have to do. That all-weather driveway, as you see here, it's really solid. That goes down a bit. That's what we call screenings or aggregate. When you bring your car in here, you're driving forwards, and we're going to have the shade sail higher at the entrance and lower at the front, because you always have a bonneted car, it's lower, so there's no need to have it really sky high. And we want the car shaded from the sun. Get it? Sort of like Queen's English there. Digging here is, I'll show you, a clump. And this clump, so this is about 300 or 400 down at the moment. That's a clump of clay. There's all different levels of soil. This is 300 or 400 down now. And the other one over there is 600 or 800. But we're going down deeper. 400 wide. So wish me all the best, mates. Coolish sort of day here in the outback of the interior. We've got this TL Suzuki built in the 12th month, 84. I had a look. How I know? The tug here says it doesn't lie. No. So, 2-stroke 100cc. Now it's got twin shock back end. I see when they do trials, they put in sections, race meetings, you either have a monoshock or twin shock. Well, this has got twin shock, the other one's got a monoshock. The reason why I'm going to just TLC, just get it up to Fitter and Turner standard, and he loves playing with round bolts and nuts and screws and threads. That's what we are, tool makers, you know, that sort of thing. And here, I pulled the back wheel off. First thing straight away, the brake shoes, they fell off. I'm not saying I'm not going to reuse them, because they're just glued on with heat temperature glue. So that's one thing. And the reason why I pulled this off is the swing arm. It wasn't the back bearings. No, it wasn't the back bearings. It's the swing arm is worn. Look at that. So I'll pull that out, have a look at it, repair it. Great. Is the Suzuki. Great. Is the Suzuki. Great. Is the Suzuki. Suzuki. It's great. So as you can see, the seat is a bit possed. Right, it's on the posser. It's on the posser. Here it is here. It's got 2 hinges there, and it's a little bit rusty there. So I'll be taking this off. I'll repair it. And the guy gave us 2 different materials to repair the seat. The foam's still okay, and I'll be putting the seat cover on. Of course, clean, 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 check, check, check. 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 So toolkit's supposed to go there. We're going to repair that. And we're going to repair the swing arm. I'm not going to do a great amount, but we'll get the electrics working, headlight and indicators, maybe. 1 kick start. 1 kick start. So clean plug. The clean plug doesn't work it out. Carburetor clean. If that doesn't work out, I take the head off, which is 4 bolts, and I clean the head out. And if that doesn't work, then I clean the piston. 1 kick start. You heard it first here. Thanks for watching the episode, folks. You've just seen Donnie is well on the way to getting back on the road again. But first of all, we've got to fix these items. I pull the swing arm off. Have all this. That's what the trouble is. So hopefully in the next episode you'll see us starting to get a few things together, a bit of paint on it. This is not a restoration, this bike. It's just a refurb. Thanks for watching. Also, it was great to see my brother and sister, Johnny and Trish, out here. They made a big effort coming out, and we thank them dearly. See you in the next one.